Hello guys and welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda and today we are here with a professional setup. Not really. Because I am doing a Q&A. I haven't done one of these before on this channel. I did do one on my Sims channel like 4 years ago, but I haven't done one on this channel, so I thought that I would. I have my iPad here to tell me what the questions were because my phone's locked and my computer's locked for social media accounts, but I didn't lock my iPad because just in case I needed to, you know, do this. I'm really grateful to the people that asked me questions. If you have any more questions, leave them in a comment below and I might do another Q&A if it warrants it, or I'll just answer them in the comments. So the first question is from Hello Alice, and the question is, why are you so great? I am so great because I'm very kind and I'm awesome and I take care of others before I take care of myself, and I just pride myself on being amazing, right? That is a rubbish answer to that question. I don't know why I'm so great. Like, I'm awesome. Sometimes you just can't pick whether you're awesome or not, you just are. Well, she didn't say awesome, she said great. But yeah, I'm awesome. So thanks for that question. That very hard, difficult question to answer, Alice. I don't know, I'm great. Moving on. So Liz V Art asks, how's your artistic journey going? Good question. I obviously am working on a lot of things, and before a lot of other life things happened, I was going to do this series called An Artistic Journey, which I do plan on doing, but I think I'm just going to talk about artistic journey stuff in studio vlogs because I think that will make more sense for me. But my artistic journey at the moment isn't going too great in the sides of learning how to draw things. I'm sticking to my comfort zone at the moment because I want to draw a lot more of the stuff that I really like and that I don't need to practice, so that I can start running things a little bit smoothly around here. And I think that I'm really confident in where my art is at the moment. If I try and draw a person, full body person, then I'll probably say no, I'm not happy. But with the things that I want to draw at the moment, I'm really happy with the way that they're turning out, and my artistic journey is going in a direction that I want it to go in. At least I just feel like just now it's more important for me to focus on building a portfolio and things that I can sell, rather than learning how to draw the things that I want to draw. I am, however, implementing a little drawing session in the morning so that I can draw from reference and studies and Skillshare and all that stuff in the morning. So I haven't started that yet, but I was just getting into the mood of the routine. But then I'm gonna learn all the stuff that I need to learn in the morning. Sasha Fitzgerald asked a couple of questions, and the first one is, where would you like to travel and where have you been? Okay. I'm not much of a travelling person. I don't really like to travel that much. I really like my own space, my own company. But if I was to say anywhere that I would want to travel, probably, I think I would want to go to Japan, but I don't know why. Do I want to go to Japan? No, probably not. I think I just want to go back to Spain. The places that I have been are, I've been to Salou in Spain, I've been to Fuerteventura in Spain. Oh sorry, that's Canary Islands, but still, whatever. I've been to Salou twice actually, and I've been to America and Canada, Niagara Falls for like a day, and that's it. So I haven't travelled that much. Travelling hasn't been something that I've always wanted to do. I'm a very anxious person, and even when I'm driving I go through scenarios in my head what could happen to me, like a piano could fall on my head and I could die. I don't really like travelling, but I think that maybe Paris would be a nice place. Just really nice looking places, I think, like beautiful places. The next question she asked is, what's it like living where you live? Okay, well, I live in Scotland obviously, and honestly it's really nice here. The scenery is nice. I like to go out and take pictures of this beautiful country, I do take advantage of it a little bit. I think we're really lucky in the aspect where we get things for free or really cheap a lot. Like, we don't have to pay for healthcare. You only have to pay for the dentist if you earn a certain amount of money over. Don't have to pay for prescriptions. There's a lot of things that we don't have to pay for. Going to school, you don't have to pay to go to school or to go to uni or college or any of that stuff. Well, yeah, you might have to pay for uni. I'm not sure. I didn't go to uni. It depends what school you go to. If you go to a school that requires money, then obviously you have to pay it. But yeah, you don't really get in debt with student loans here. And the prices for things are pretty good. The fact that we can import from all over the world is pretty great. What's it like to live here? The weather, I guess, is something to be worked on. I mean, I like the weather, and I like the fact that it is relatively hot during the summer. It's nice and cool, but sunny in the spring, but also rainy. The only thing that I don't like about the weather here is the wind. The wind is ridiculous. It makes me cry. I don't like it. It physically makes me cry. In the past, I have wanted to move away, but I think that I just want to stay here forever. The reason why I would want to move away would probably be because I want to, like, experience hotter weather for more months or more weeks rather, because we only get like a week of summer. And hotter weather is actually really good for you because it can heal you more. But yeah, that's that question, I think. How do you manage doing art and videos while being a mother? Well, to start with, this was really hard. I didn't actually do that much art when my son was born. I just did it when I had the time, basically. I couldn't really do it when he was at nursery that much either because he was only there for 3 hours a day, so I didn't really have time to do that. But I just basically do it at any given moment that I can, like when he's in bed or when he's at school or when he's away with somebody else. Doing art, I can dabble away and do art while he's awake and while he's doing something else, like playing it with his toys or watching his tablet or doing something else like that. I can squeeze it in, but the most important thing about YouTube and art when you're a mother is to schedule and prioritize and organize. So I have a bullet journal where I write down time slots for me to do things while he's at school most of the time, and I just make sure that I have everything done. And very occasionally, okay, frequently, I can't get a lot of the stuff that I want to do done because I need to stop when he needs to be picked up from school, and I can't really continue to do it while he's here because obviously I can't record when he's here because he'll just interrupt me and it annoys me. I just schedule and plan and organise, and if you don't know, recently I've been waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's really helping me to do things that I would rather do while nobody else is around, like cleaning, for example. I hate cleaning when people are here, so in the morning I do a little bit of tidy up and some washing and all that stuff while everybody else is asleep, so that I don't have to do that during the day when I'm trying to draw, because I noticed that when I have a lot of things to do around the house on my mind, shopping and all that stuff and like tidying up, I can't concentrate and I can't sit and draw for hours. Whereas if I've done all that stuff in the morning, then I can literally spend 6 hours drawing and making videos if I want. Next question by Sasha is, do you have any advice for emerging artists? Oh my goodness me. I don't really think that I'm qualified enough to be telling people like advice on emerging artists, but I would say try to be yourself, try to draw what you love. Don't feel discouraged about the fact that you are worse than the artists that you admire, because you are always going to be worse than somebody. Even the artists that you admire are worse than somebody. Just draw to the best of your ability and continue to enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy it, then you will get very sad and very depressed about it. Trust me, I've been there. It's really hard to try and get seen as well, so don't be discouraged about the fact that people aren't engaging with you. I got very discouraged about people not engaging with me. Even when I did have quite a few followers, people were still not commenting on my stuff, and I was like, why? But it just basically could mean a bunch of things, like people just like to look and they don't like to talk, or they don't have time to answer any like questions that you have in your little posts, or they just don't have time to comment. Yeah, it's not because they don't like your art, because if you've got like 100 likes on something and no comments, it just means that everybody is busy. That's what I tell myself anyway. Just basically, to wrap it up, just stay passionate about what you're doing and try and not get discouraged, and just be yourself and try and make what makes you happy. It's so awkward ending each question. I'm just like, okay, on to the next one. And her last question that she asked was, what is your favourite subject to draw? So my favourite subject to draw goes through several different phases in my life. To start with, all I would draw was portraits. I wouldn't draw anything else for a good 10 years, and then I started to draw more things like animals and all that stuff, portraits and animals. But now my favourite thing to draw is food illustration, especially sweet treats, because sweet treats are just adorable to look at. They're delicious, and the vibrant colours just make me really happy. Donuts and cakes and biscuits and cookies. Not so much ice cream. Ice cream's really hard, but I'm working on it. I really would like to draw some sushi as well. Like, I want to go into the whole savoury foods realm as well, but I'm just focusing more on like donuts and sweet treats and that kind of thing. So that's my favourite thing to draw. Euthora B asked, how did you learn to do digital art, and what do you like about it more than traditional art? So the way that I learned digital art is actually just by looking up a bunch of tutorials online. I would type in YouTube how to use Photoshop or whatever program I was using at that time. I'm using Clip Studio Paint now and Procreate, so I would type in how to use Procreate or how to use Clip Studio Paint, how to draw a certain thing, like how to draw portraits or how to paint, tips on digital art, just lots of videos. Like, I would just binge watch a bunch of videos, and then I got references. Especially when I started doing it, I was doing portraits at the time, so I would get a reference. Like, I drew myself and my son. I just kept on drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing until I figured it out. I played with the brushes, made sure that I liked the brushes that I was using, and I just practiced. Practice does not make perfect, it makes better. I know everybody hates that, but honestly, the only way that you're going to learn how to do something properly, unless you're getting tutored on how to do it, is just to do a lot of it. I'm still learning about digital art. I'm still not that great at it, but I think that I am confident enough in it to say that I am a digital artist as well as a watercolour illustrator, I guess. And what do you like more about it than traditional art? The obvious one is that you do not have the restriction of like making a mistake and not being able to erase it and having to start all over again, or erasing it and crumpling up your paper. So the undo button basically. And then layers is really good because you can layer stuff on top of each other so that you don't get it mixed up. The other thing that I love about it, which I don't hear many people say, but it's the fact that you have every tool available to you to like create the art that you want to. Like, you have all the colours, you have all the brushes and the textures and the tools. But I still do love traditional art. It's like, you can do both. It's great. My last question is from Scribblefix, and she says, what are your biggest inspirations and who are your favourite artists? My biggest inspirations. Now, I always feel weird about saying who these are because most of them are not like famous artists. I did do an art essay in school on Monet at one point, and Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, however you say that. I don't really admire older masters of the arts. I do admire them, like if I see their paintings or their work, I'll be like, wow, that's amazing, but like they don't inspire me. That's not the kind of art that I like to do. And then when it comes to like famous illustrators, I don't really know. Like, I can look at something and be like, oh, I like that, and that's inspired me, but I don't really know certain people. Tom Bancroft is a really good artist. I love his work. I love his cartoony style. But moving on from that, because I'm really awkward when it comes to knowing anything about culture, like anything to do with anything. I don't keep up with the trends or the people, and I'm really bad with names and faces, and I'm like, oh, I really like that film by that director with that title that I don't know. And it's the same with art. So anyway, my favourite artists and my biggest inspirations. So most of them I get from either Instagram or YouTube basically. So my favourite artists have got to be that I like really want to be like and aspire to, that really appeal to me style wise, is probably Shmoo Draws. I love the way that she draws herself and draws scenes and draws people. It makes me really happy, and I wish that I could do that. I also love Myra. She makes me happy as well. Her art is so cute and I love her style, especially the style that she's going for now, like more whimsical, sort of like cartoony vibe, but not too cartoony, more realistic. Loved her greenhouse painting and her under the sea one where she had like a island and then the sea. And obviously, like, I love other people as well, but I don't really think about that much. I just follow a bunch of people on Instagram and don't even look at the name and just be like, I like that, I like that. I'm really bad for that, but yeah, Myra, Alice, Shmoo Draws. I really like Rodgon as well. He's the one that did my avatar. I really like his style and his way of expressing himself. That's really good. There's a bunch. Actually, I have a post. I think I posted a video about this before, and I think it was my favourite Instagram artists. So I'll link that in the iCards and in the description so that you can see that, because those Instagram people are really good and I really like them. Also, Catnip Illustrations has been one of my newest inspirations. It's a different style from what I've aspired to be like in the past. Elise Woolley as well, really good. The way that their style is very simple, like cutesy kawaii art, which I'm not really that accustomed to, but I'm really enjoying right now. So those are my favourite artists that I can think of just now, and that's all the questions, guys. So I hope that I answered these a bit. I was really nervous and I didn't write anything down, and I only like skimmed over them before I answered them because I didn't want to come up with like the perfect answer. I just wanted it to be more organic. So I hope that you enjoyed it, guys, and like I said, if you have any questions for me, comment and I will answer them either in another video or just reply to you in the comments. And also, I have a question for you guys. What's your favourite subject to draw? I would like for everybody to tell me that, and if you're not an artist, then what's your favourite thing to do? Okay, so I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell down below if you want to get notified of all the videos that I post. I am posting a little bit weirdly right now, don't know when I'm posting, so that button is really helpful for you. Well, that button is really helpful for you guys to know when I'm posting, except that it does notify you 2 or 3 days later, but that's okay. Anyway, guys, thanks, bye.